Hello and welcome. Let's play around more with this chalkboard a little bit because, well, I can. And, well, I'm not a financial advisor. No, not a financial advisor. I'm just a person, I was going to say standing. I'm not even sitting. I'm laying down about 7 feet away from what I'm writing. I would like to be about 12 to 14 feet away, but I need about an 80-inch television set to do that. But you know what? I could manage that at some point. It's a lot easier for me to just put text in, and so that's the way I will. But no, I'm just a regular person, not me as far as a financial advisor. But let's just assume that I was back in the day. And I think the financial advice, if I was to be one and I was asked or paid, I guess, to do such, I guess would be the following. So it's in the year 2016. It's my job to put up a report. First page. And this is December 31st, 2016. Let's say I work for the not as well, maybe never as known company, Fake Advising Bank Limited. Start of the report. And I didn't even put the header in. So Bitcoin, and I was going to say, I'm going to put this, no, someone has to edit it. The first thing that needs edited, it needs a title. But we're talking about Bitcoin in this segment. And I will state, has ended its boring, barely noticeable shorter-term uptrend and is showing technical indicators breaks may be near. Because the market is below its all-time, we need another word. That would be all-time high from 2 years ago. If this breaks in 2017, we have the potential for gains that could be tremendous. We cannot hold Bitcoin for you as the coin dilutes third-party risks from companies like Fake Advising Bank Limited or TJ Rogan Bank or Citibank, Bank of Springfield, etc. Page 2. What we can do is the following. Show you how to transfer fiat debt notes from two sources that transact in Bitcoin exchanges. And of course, within the headlines, you'll talk more about it. Sites like Coinbase and all the other ones that can buy and sell Bitcoin for you. We have many books and videos available, other than bestsellers like End the Fed, The Creature from Jekyll Island, Investor's Guide to Gold and Silver, that not only relate to Bitcoin, but trading strategies that work. Could you imagine going into a financial advisor's office, a place where you have your bank accounts at and you have your fiat currencies in, and you go into their bookstore and they got fascinating books available, and they'll cost you money. After all, they need to make money. They're in there for profit. And if someone wants to learn how to do something, why not be the one that profits on them learning? Especially if you can become the best at it and get more people to buy from you. That's what business is all about in the free market. But furthermore, and then within the books, you could have expensive books that are really premium content based. And if one thinks that this 400-page book is worth $699, sometimes it is. There are, next final comment on the bottom part, there are small and longer length classes available to help you manage your finances and help you not only control your wealth, but control your wealth to life-changing opportunities. For if you're going to advise people, the best advice you could ever give anyone, I would think, is that of knowledge, is that of help in what they are thriving to get the knowledge they're looking for. That's how one helps. There are situations where some people aren't able to do things that may be needed for them. So it's all about maximizing strengths, minimizing weaknesses. And if somebody might be very good at something like painting or some other totally different subject, then there are always opportunities available in other subjects like this in which they can succeed. Because you do not need to be working several hours of your time in building up a portfolio. That does not need to be done. However, almost with any profession, little time can very easily be done. And when you have a busy lifestyle of some time frame, when you can put aside 4 hours here, 8 hours there, or maybe a couple weeks and the odd given duration of time to help learn different strategies and different ways in which one can do such, then that would be pretty darn near cool. I think that would... See, I don't know what financial advisors really do. So maybe they're already doing stuff like this and I'm just like blogging, just pointing out what they're already doing. You know what, maybe, maybe not. But when you think about it for a second, you have to ask the question, all the way back in the year 2016 in regards to Bitcoin, were financial advisors saying anything close to what I was saying? Did they happen to get it wrong? Maybe it was an unlucky event. We have much higher prices today, and they said the opportunity has been good for the last little while. We were advising people before, but now we're advising people it's time to sell. I don't think that would have been the case either. They might have been saying stuff like it's a Ponzi scheme. You don't want to get into it. What's Bitcoin? And then after 20 minutes of further research, they might tell you not to get into it. Maybe even 45 minutes or an hour. But what were they actually saying? What were they not saying? What were they telling you instead of such? So then I gotta say this to the people whom are financial advisors. Why did you not advise the people? I mean, isn't that what investors do? Advisors do? Investors, yeah, that's what advising investors. That's exactly it. Isn't that what they would be doing? Is letting people know about these situations. And of course, one of the things that would have been taught in some of those classes was how to go with the best low risk, high reward situation. I could teach that if I wanted to, but no one's ever really asked me to. And not many people seem to want to ask me right now, which is fine. Let's assume there were 27 different companies to choose from whom were posting sports picks and had enough to qualify for enough sample size. The best was company ABC, who has returned a 3.9% return on investment. The third best, only 3 of 27 have actually won. And some of them have done pretty bad. Are you going to just want to go out and pay for their service to help you lose money? It's up to you. But is there other sources available that might have plus 8%, plus 12% with better track records? Or at least after you listen to these companies and tell you why they like their sports picks, And then you're like, what the heck are you guys talking about? Then you realize why they're not doing as well. Therefore, if there has never been a single financial advisor that has helped their customers with cryptocurrencies over the last few months and years, would indicate to myself that the best financial advisors are most certainly not financial advisors. I've heard so many people say, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, and well, they've said some pretty decent things in the past. But I'd be curious to see which people who do say they are financial advisors say things like to be aware of the Bitcoin facts. And if I was to do something like, I had a newsletter idea that I put at the start of this video for what I would say, or what I would have said at the end of December last year. If I was to have to put one out for November 22nd of this year, it would probably go on the lines of around: prices are up around 700% for the year so far, and profit-taking amounts is most certainly advised for those individuals who have managed to make some insane amounts in comparison to other asset class values. Buying precious metals, fiat paper rectangles, real items is a safe strategy. If you are dollar cost averaging, stay the course with an average buy still well below current $8,000 levels. The cliff high price update keeps creepily crushing the weathermen. Creepily crushing is what I wanted to say. Creepily crushing the weatherman stats, and the short midterm looks strong. And of course, you can see why I would write this out and get somebody else to write it for me. But as far as the analysis to why this to be the case, this is the area I think it would have to be written. Of course, when you're given these little reports, you're going to be giving them 7, 8, 9-page reports. But you're in the business as a financial advising company, and you're also holding banks. But by selling movies, DVDs, that's profitable. By having a system for them to send fiat currency to and from in Bitcoin, that's profitable. For them to go and see you to make an appointment, you are charging them for the hour to see you. That's profitable. When you have the classes that you make, that's profitable. Then you can sell muffins for 99 cents or $1.49 on the side, maybe some coffee. You have some fun. You can have like an alcoholic party night later on. That's some profit as well. Imagine banks doing that after a Friday night. You spend like 30 hours that week learning, and then you have a kick-ass party that night with lots of music at the bank. But you want to have a bank little hall kind of deal, especially if you're going to be teaching about 160 people at one time. And then you're going to party it up that night. Be like a party hall as well. How can your bank make extra money? Because you have to adapt with the times. Bitcoin is the new time. And if they want to pay with Bitcoin, I mean, let them pay with Bitcoin. So it's, what, like $149 to party that night there? They want to buy a bottle of wine or champagne? How much does that bottle of champagne cost? 0.62 Litecoin? Let them pay 0.62 Litecoin for the bottle of champagne. That's how the business works. At least I'm just now talking of this business I would be thinking about. Because how can a financial advising bank holding company actually make money in this new directional wave of time with Bitcoin? Still want to try to figure out some more ways, but I got to try to find a bank that would actually do something like that. But I'll never find anything like this. This is what I said at the start. A fake company. Sometimes fake companies might be nicer though. Have yourself a nice day. Bye-bye.